Today's tip is work with chunks. More about that just after the intro. Welcome to Master Your Craft, the place where we just keep getting better and better. I'm the Craftsman. You can think of me as that part of you who's willing to put the time, patience, hard work, perseverance, all needed to keep getting better and better. And while you get in touch to that part of you, let me present you the tip of the day. Work with chunks. Yes, chunks. Break it down. This is the tip of the day. Break it down to smaller chunks and practice each one separately. That's the tip. It might sound very obvious there, but it will go deeper. It may go deeper than you think. So stay till the end of the episode for all the details. So first, we all know these moments when we get overwhelmed with so many details, so many things to think about at the same time when we practice our skills. Are you familiar with that? So first, we break it down. We break it down to chunks, to digestible chunks. Chunks that we can digest at the same time and we can work on them effectively. That's the thing. Now, first tip about that, how can we chunk things up? Well, it can be many ways and it can be many dimensions. First obvious dimension is time. Let's say you have a routine, whatever routine it is. Maybe it's a dance routine, maybe it's a public speaking speech, maybe it's a speech. Either way, you can chunk it up with time. Working from beginning to minute 2, from minute 2 to minute 5, etc. This is pretty obvious and pretty effective. However, you can use chunking also with a dimension of space, meaning you can practice your hands gestures and then your legs movements. Yeah, so you can separate it by space or any other dimension that is relevant for the skill that you are practicing. So this is how can we chunk. Second tip about that, which is super important, is this is dynamic. Remember, the chunks are dynamic. What do I mean by that? Let's say you chunked it up, you broke it down, and you practice the chunks. 2 weeks later, you might need to adjust the chunks, because you got better, and now you have more things that you're just doing that you can do automatically. Since you do them automatically, you can chunk it up a little bit. Yeah, make the chunks a little bit bigger, because your level of skills changes, because you are getting better. So the second tip here is to remind ourselves that these chunks are dynamic and we need to keep adjusting them and thinking about them. And do you want another tip? Let's go for the last tip, which might be the most important of all. Give this tip, working with chunks, give it the respect it deserves. And what do I mean by that? Give yourself time to think and strategize your chunks. Give it time, give it thought. Sometimes we have no patience. We just say to ourselves, let's just practice it from beginning to end. And then we are a little bit surprised when it's too much for us to digest in one time. So chunk it up, but put time, put patience and strategy for the chunking process. That's the last tip. So, if you like these kind of tips and you find them helpful for you, Don't forget to check out the other episodes, and of course, don't miss the next episode of Master Your Craft, the place where we just keep getting better and better. See you in the next episode.